Hey, Wilder!
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to be the best.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
One champion, one face, one name. His name's Deontay Wilder.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
It's the fact that I've been one that keep them for the longest time.
110%. There's no doubt in my mind that fight will happen. There's no doubt in my mind I'll beat Wilder as well.
I'm scaring heavyweights each and every time. Don't you see it? You know, I am the most feared. And if I'm not, then I want somebody to shut me up. I want somebody to prove that to me. I want to be proven wrong. But right now, I don't feel like nobody's gonna prove me wrong. Who has the guts?
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition. It is another glorious day here in New Jersey, sunshine and bright, feeling good, waking up to some alarming news for those Fury fans. Tony Bellew suggesting that Wilder is in no rush to sign for the Fury rematch, and that no heavyweight should, that everyone should be sitting back waiting to find out what will happen with Ruiz versus AJ, the rematch, because if Ruiz is successful, obviously Al Haymon would hold all the cards, and to quote Tony Bellew, Wilder in position to run the boxing world. Now, obviously, he is once again writing off the Mexican Rocky Balboa and Andy Ruiz Jr., assuming that Wilder would have a clear path at all of the titles, freezing Tyson Fury out. So this is what we're going to be discussing today. You can find this article all over the internet as everyone's used these quotes. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let me head on out to Indiana, but first, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's NESTORGIBBS, wherever Skype is available. Download it if you got an Android, Droid. Download it if you got a super duper smartphone. Go ahead and do that. It's absolutely free. While you're there, download the free Patreon app. Catch up on yesterday's episode of Untitled, where we discuss which boxer and or athlete has the best looking girlfriend, side piece, or wifey. And a lot more, obviously. I mean, what else did we discuss over there? We talked a little bit of boxing, of course, and we talked a lot of cocaine, that's for sure. There was a lot of cocaine talk. Tyson Fury would have been proud of us. Definitely a lot of cocaine talk. We discussed the new Joker movie. So, and we discussed quite a few Netflix series. So head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice and check out our other podcast where we just sit back, relax, and, you know, chillax, man. We talk, and Mike tells us how things are going with him and his daughter since his daughter came into town and has been visiting for the past couple of days, pushed him off the bed. He's on the air mattress. So, yeah, man, you got to know your hosts. Truly know your host. You got to go to Patreon where we, you know, there's no holds barred over there. We let words fly. But let me head on out to my co-host, Michael Gross.
ThaBoxingvoice production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed out for 47.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in,
You accept whatever consequences come behind it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo. Good morning, everybody out there in the TBV universe. Yeah, man, a lot of cocaine talk yesterday, but today, Tony Bellew, man, did an interview with IFL TV over the weekend, and he did say this. He said he felt like that Deontay Wilder shouldn't rush right back into a rematch with Tyson Fury because he feels like if Andy Ruiz was to win that fight, then all the belts will be on Haymon's side. And he did say that Anthony Joshua is fighting for his career in this next upcoming fight, which I agree with. I mean, I wouldn't say career, but he's fighting for his place among the great. Well, not the great. Well, the greats right now. And I don't know if I agree with Tony Bellew because I know well, never mind. I'll get into that later, but I'm not quite sure that I totally agree with Tony, but I can see what he's talking about. But we'll break it down, get into it. What's going on, Ness? What's up, everybody out there in TBV? Cass, UK Rob, Jimmy, H Money, everybody out there, man. My bad. What's up?
So, what exactly don't you agree on?
Okay. If
Shout
Andy
out to all
Ruiz,
the white fans that gotta wait till after Wilder fights Fury for that fight.
if Andy Ruiz was to beat Joshua again, I would not expect Andy to try to negotiate with Wilder right away. Like I told you previously, I expect Andy to go down to Mexico and fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a big, they want Andy down there. Like we see him with the president. We seen him with a lot of guys.
Why can't he fight Wilder in Mexico? It'll still be a US
I don't expect him to come off of a one big tough fight and go right into another one. I expect him to get a hometown or a homecoming fight or just interim
but what
fight.
happens if they offer him that $100 million the way that they offered Wilder? You know, like, hey, let's extend you. Here's another 3 fights. PBC on Fox, $100 million. Go do your Wilder fight in Mexico, guaranteed rematch because you got all the belts. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. How old is Andy Ruiz? How much better is he gonna get? Like, if they negotiate a unification for, let's hypothetically assume they were offering AJ 50, Wilder did. AJ offered Wilder 40. You know, so what if they're offering Andy 40, 50? And they're like, yo, go fight Wilder in Mexico, your hometown, or on the Gulf, you know? Las Cruces or something, Laredo, I don't fucking know, Dallas.
If they were offering Andy 40 or 50 million, I don't think it'll be right after this AJ fight. Just like we see, hold on, let me build my point. Just like we see the welterweight division over on PBC. These guys are not fighting each other right away. When now we're getting these big fights because hold on. They have built them up. We got Sean Porter and Earl Spence because they have built it up. Let me finish. Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. They have built it up. Manny Pacquiao and Keith fought in January. So that fight had a little buzz about it. They are trying to build these fights up so they can put these guys on a collision course. Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, in my opinion, are on a collision course. And I expect both of those guys to take a fight in the interim before they fight each other. I'm just basing that off what I haven't been doing. So I don't see Joshua and Ruiz doing anything different. They're going to build it up maybe late 2020, early 2021 if Ruiz was to win again. That's my opinion. But go ahead, Ness.
I mean, that's logical. That's logical, but the issue with that is sanctioning bodies. We've already had numerous rumors and headlines of sanctioning bodies allegedly threatening Andy Ruiz. But let's throw Canelo in there, who is 10 times the size of Andy Ruiz in terms of popularity and is still being forced into certain situations. So again, when opportunity strikes, you grab it by the horns, my man. You have to. Because now you're locking it in the same way AJ locked it in with a rematch. It don't matter. You snatch that 40. You fight Wilder wherever you desire because you're the A-side, and you got that A-side rematch where you're probably getting 50-50 on the back end again, a la AJ Eddie Hearn, you know? And now you got 24 rounds if you can make it to the end to figure Wilder out. But to try to go a different route and fight Arreola coming off of a Konaki loss in Mexico, and then have the IBF, who plays 0 games, mandate you to fight your mandatory challenger, the WBO, who is in the pockets of Frank Warren and Top Rank to say, hey, it's time to fight Tyson Fury, you fucked up your money. Because where's the bigger fight going to be? Let's just be real. It ain't with Fury, and it ain't in Mexico without Wilder. It is Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, the Mexican, on American pay-per-view. American pay-per-view. So, you know, he could go ahead and front all he want, but his biggest fight is Wilder, the way that Wilder's biggest fight at one point was AJ. Now, so, maybe, who knows, maybe Wilder doesn't get $40 million either. You know, AJ had a $40 million pot. Maybe Ruiz Wilder isn't $40 million apiece. Maybe it's only $40 million for Ruiz, 20-something, you know, high 20s, maybe mid-20s for Wilder, and that's still a lot. You know, Wilder might be back to taking 15, 17 for this because it's a shot at all the belts, but at least you know you ain't going through no hoops of fire because it's your man Al Haymon getting it done for you. You know,
at least $20 million for Wilder because we seen.
I mean, but where do they get it from though?
I mean, the Brazil fight.
If you're gonna offer, yeah, all right, but the Brazil fight was because they needed to keep him, and you know that it was secretly, it's secretly rumored to be a 3-fight deal.
I understand that. I mean, he got what he asked for. That's all I'm saying.
And that's fine. But you tell me the economics of an Andy Ruiz fight and Deontay Wilder being at $80 million. He's going to have to go to, like we said, Mexico or Dallas in order to recoup it off of concessions and ticket sales and hope that they could do the type of sales that Earl Spence and Mikey did. Can they? Can they? I'm not saying they cannot. But let's be real. We never seen Wilder do 14,000 versus an Ocampo type opponent.
But that's true. But over the past 2-3 months, I believe that Andy Ruiz had become a bigger name than Mikey Garcia. Would you agree or disagree?
I'm gonna say yeah, because the upset story, social media is so powerful right now that the accolades of Mikey Garcia, can't trump the right now moment of the underdog doing what he wasn't supposed to do, where in fact Mikey was an underdog that claimed to be able to do something that he couldn't do. So yeah, his stock dropped, Andy rises, but is it an $80 million fight, champ? Is it an $80 million fight?
Andy went from 70,000 to 1 million followers right now on IG.
That's what's
check
up.
that real quick.
That's
crazy.
But I want you're the graduate here. Tell me, how many pay-per-views have to be sold to cover 80 million? Plus, keep in mind the networks take half.
Shit. We already know if you sell 1 million.
I think we could do it for what? $80 HD.
Okay. If you do it for $80 and you sell 1 million, that means you have $80 million.
So they need more. Because they got to give half of that to the network, so they got to do at least 1.5.
They need the price point at probably about 100. I mean, I probably expect it to be that. And you sell 1 million, you sell 900,000. Then hey, I mean that's not bad, but at the same time, I mean, that's why I believe that this fight has to be.
How much money you think a site fee's paying for this? How much is Mexico or Cowboy State?
Ain't nobody going outbid Vegas.
You know what? I've never heard actual number though. No, I hear you, but I've never actually heard a number like MGM gives Canelo $25 million. Like I mean,
we heard
for Floyd. I've heard things like that.
Bugatti, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was like 1.1 million
not
for
for
Bugatti.
any other fighter. So how much is a site fee?
That's a good question. We had to like act like Schaefer or one of those guys that are really, really, really deep into it. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that I did want to say about Andy Ruiz, I'm not expecting him to go into tough fights back to back. And that's my whole thing. I know you guys are saying, okay, man, you got to strike while the iron's hot. But if Wilder keeps getting these knockouts, Andy Ruiz keeps doing what he's doing and keeps his trajectory, I don't understand why those guys, like if you're Haymon, why wouldn't you try to build that and build that and build that until you know it can do 1 million pay-per-view buys, you know what I'm saying? 1.5 million, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, I don't think that it does that. Now, if he goes up there and knocks out Joshua again, and that replay is just played over and over again, then I think we're getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer.
Damn. Yo, but you see, these numbers make sense. Canelo will make $50 million for a highly anticipated middleweight championship bout against the WBC, WBA, IBF Gennady Golovkin on Saturday night at the T-Mobile Arena. This is for their first fight. And
he made $50 million,
but they sold 100 mil. I mean, they sold, basically 100 mil.
Because, $1 million up at
but again, see, we're missing something, and I only brought this up to say, all right, boom, they sold 1 point something mil, but HBO took half of that. HBO took half of that. So how the hell do they get 100 mil, give HBO 50 mil, and give Canelo 50 mil? Where's Gennady's money? Where's Golden Boy's money? Where's K2's money? So we're missing site fees, concessions, all that comes into play.
I'm pretty
Sponsors,
sure
Tecate or Corona, all those people.
Money. And probably Chivas gave Triple G some money. But one thing that I did want to ask, like, I just want to bring him in again.
So look, originally their guarantees were said to be $15 million, but this image confirms Canelo's guaranteed 5 and Triple G's guaranteed 3. So that's what they put at Nevada, champ.
So you get 47 more million, 45 more million. Goddamn, like, that's a good question. Like, we gotta ask somebody, like, where is this money? Like, because I know about site fees and I know about pay-per-views and hot dog money and sponsors, but that's still a lot of money to be accounted for. Like, Canelo got 50 million himself. So is that 50 million?
So
is he paying Golden Boy?
Well, check it out. It says, despite Golovkin holding 3 or 4 of the world titles in 160, Canelo is the A side of this bout because of his larger fan base. He'll reportedly take a larger percentage of the pay-per-view dollars. We don't know the exact split or the other endorsement opportunities that Canelo will take advantage of in addition to more traditional earnings, but if the $35 million gap between his guaranteed purse and De La Hoya's estimation is to be filled, the fight would probably need to generate over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Again, exactly what it is that we're saying. But for Canelo Golovkin, that's likely. Can Wilder Ruiz on their first fight strike $1 million? Now, obviously, Canelo and Golovkin struck $1 million on their first fight.
Canelo and Chavez did too.
Sure did.
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I believe that they can. I just think I think maybe it might be a better opponent. I don't want to say better opponent than Joshua, because Joshua's been on the scene, gold medalist, but that Mexican fan base that Andy Ruiz is going to have against Wilder, that's going to provide a lot of pay-per-view buys. But I just want them to build Andy up, and I know he beat Joshua twice, all that, but come back to America. Go home. Go fight in Mexico. Go beat up Ariola. Like, make that Mexican class. Like, let me see Andy get a victory lap one time.
Bro,
like, he deserves a victory lap, man. Andy had a lot of up and downs in his career. Don't rush that man right to a Wilder fight.
Rush. This the heavyweight division.
Usyk right after. But they gonna mandate it.
But you know what happens if you fight Wilder, right? You can ask for that voluntary, you can petition for that voluntary. And if they don't want to give it to you now, it's a unification anyway. So you get that fight. Plus you got the rematch. Like, you're forcing their hand.
Gave you an exception.
They ain't give you an exception. They giving AJ an exception, okay? That's AJ's rematch clause. That's AJ in Matchroom, But I hear you. I guess it works in the same way. I'm just saying, bruh, go get that money. Go get that money. Listen, at the end of the day, Wilder never fought nobody like Andy Ruiz. He never fought nobody like Andy Ruiz. Like, maybe the closest thing is a Spielka who's nowhere near as fast or punches as hard as Ruiz. He's got good opportunities, bro. When you're a small guy, it's difficult for the tall guy. And AJ showed us that. Now, yeah, Ruiz is teasing him. He quote tweeted, and if you don't know what quote tweeted is, whatever person A tweets, you can then come kind of image grab and quote on top of that, or essentially repost on top of that, showing the original image or statement and add to it. So Ruiz added the emoji of the robot when you had your boy AJ out there. I've been showing the little shadow boxing that he's doing in the center of the ring with the tape. So Ruiz put the little emoji of the motherfucking robot. And he put hashtag Joshua Ruiz too. So still being respectful, putting Joshua's name first, right? But definitely letting him know, champ, ain't nothing you can do. You slow as fuck, I got your number. Calling my man R2D2. That shit was pretty funny to me.
Yeah, that shit. I like Andy out here getting jokes off and shit. But Tony Bellew, look,
Oh man, yo, hey, oh, yo. So, obviously, people are questioning why Ruiz would be the clear A side, and it just shows your infancy in boxing. Exactly, it shows your infancy in boxing.
A side for what though?
For the Wilder fight.
He would be A side.
You don't think Ruiz is A side?
It wouldn't be 50-50?
Oh, but percentages have nothing to do with A side.
What you mean, like name come first?
Name first, ring walk, fucking posters, everything, my man. What you mean? A side is still A side. You know?
I don't think Wilder care about that. I think Wilder care about that.
He doesn't? Yet he was the A side with a 50-50 with Tyson Fury, and then he rematched an A side with a 50-50 with Tyson Fury?
The first fight was not 50-50. It was like 60-40 or 55-45. This fight, the rematch was 50-50. And his name, I guess, but
yeah,
but
it still was Wilder
though.
Fury.
He's champion though.
He ain't let Fury off the back of his moral victory.
Fury's not champion though.
But he ain't and he ain't let him change the poster. You know why? Because he can't. You know why? Because he's not the A side. That's why.
Or he's not. All right, but
bro, I keep
man.
telling you, and you don't want to let that shit stick. Let me tell you something. How you the A side, but you not offering? Wilder offered Fury a deal. Wilder offered Fury 50-50. Wilder said the fight is on Showtime. Tyson Fury gave you that information. He said no. He wanted to do it on Showtime where I got robbed. Now I'm going to ESPN. We're going to do it on my terms. So there you go. And guess what? Then Top Rank sent Wilder an offer, right? Mm-hmm. And Wilder rejected it because he said, I'm no B-side. I'm not going to your network. I'm not fighting on your network, especially for 5 fights. So now they renegotiated. Now you hear Bob Arum's energy, and it's a Showtime or Fox with ESPN pay-per-view.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I always said.
Come on, champ. And guess who's still going to be the A side? Guess whose name going to be first? Guess who's going to walk out last? Guess who's going to get in all the A side?
He's champion, though. He's champion.
Bro, you ate. All right. He's champion. Who's got more belts? Ruiz
and
or Wilder?
Ruiz.
All right, then.
Ruiz, but who's the biggest star in the division?
Bruh, who's going to sell the pay-per-views? Stop this bullshit.
It's the matchup.
Not take out the fact that Andy is Canelo. He is Mikey in this equation. Mexicans make up a huge amount of boxing pay-per-views, and there are 36.6 million Mexican Americans in America. So Andy is selling pay-per-views, champ.
I totally
That's
agree.
why he's the A side. The same way I still got this article pulled up that just stated Canelo was the A side because of his fan base.
I want to see does that translate for Andy. Let me see if Andy could go out there and do it.
That's why you want Andy to go get this little fake tune-up that he don't
Not
need.
even that, bro. Because I don't want the tune-ups to be on pay-per-view at all, nigga. I'm not stupid.
So then what do we need to see? Ticket sales, man? You know a Mexican gonna sell fucking tickets. Didn't Leo and Abner sell tickets?
Bro,
everybody sells tickets.
What's wrong with Andy building up his fan base in the U.S., my nigga?
There's nothing wrong with it, but you're trying to act as if a non-pay-per-view fight is going to indicate how big of a star Andy is without putting it on pay-per-view.
I'm not saying that at all.
Well, you just said you want to see what he can do, but you don't want to see it on pay-per-view. So how exactly are we gauging, and what are we gauging?
Can I finish my statement?
Sure.
Are you asking a question? I want to see Andy. Not even see. I want Andy to go out there and fight a couple times next year who was not Wilder and just build up that fan base. Let his Mexican people and the Mexican public see him, and boxing fans see him fight other guys, you know what I'm saying? And then you build up towards Wilder. You bring in maybe the casual fan on Fox. You put Andy on Fox, do a big shitload of views, you know what I'm saying, for free. and then you just pick it back off that, and maybe some of that residual fan base that's seen Andy on Fox for free will go out and buy the pay-per-view because he's fighting.
What happens to Wilder in the meantime? Does Wilder go ahead and face Luis Ortiz, which he's obviously doing?
Yes.
Then he go ahead and face Fury, which
that's the plan.
Which is uncertain. Okay, and you can act blind all you want,
uncertain?
But Al Haymon, uncertain in the fact that we don't know if Wilder could get the fucking win for sure. We seen what happened. Let's not act crazy. And Al Haymon knows boxing better than you and I. And he fucking seen what happened. So is he going to gamble? Or is he going to go ahead? The one time he got the Thanos gloves, he not going to use all the fucking stones? Or he gonna go send one of them gemstones somewhere else? Come on, bro. Think what you had.
I think Wilder and Fury is going to happen. I know people out here been saying that it's not or rumors out there, but man, Wilder, bro, he want you motherfuckers to know, bro, like that shit that happened, man, wasn't really me. I want to show people
Mike,
that.
You know what Wilder wanted you to know?
Statement. That's goddamn. He want to show motherfuckers
tonight.
that I can get this shit done. That I can knock this motherfucker out to where he can't get back up. I don't think Wilder's out here worried about losing to Fury.
Yo, check this though. You know what else Wilder wanted to show? He wanted to show one face, one name, one champion. And guess what else he did? He told you and me to our face. Shit changed. I had to go get generational wealth. So don't you tell me that he gonna fucking sit here and go fight Fury when right now he got an opportunity to be one name, one champion, one motherfucking face plus a fat check in-house where it's no headache, okay? It's no headache. Al's just gonna pick up the phone and say, Wilder, you got the fight. And that's it. Bro, don't dismiss that. Like, opportunities, the stars don't align like that. Look how hard it has been for Wilder to get a unification, let alone undisputed. You think they're going to let that slide? You're bugging. You are.
I don't think Andy is going to take that fight right
Let's
after
bet,
Joshua.
man. Let's make our own fucking odds. Let's make our own fucking odds. And the bet is if Ruiz is successful in the rematch, does Wilder go straight into fucking Fury?
No.
Who's out here putting dates and shit like he the A-side? Fuck out of here. You bugging, B.
If Ruiz win the rematch, I would bet you that he would not fight Wilder next.
All right. Hey, you also bet someone that Wilder Joshua would happen, right? Or did you bet against that? I think there was a bet on this show where you and another host saying that Joshua Wilder would happen by the end of 2019, or that it wouldn't. No.
Nuh-uh. Only other bet that I got is I bet that Regis Prograis wins the WBSS tournament.
Yes, but I thought you had $100 bet on Wilder Joshua happening or not happening.
Why would I bet that?
Because
I know my niggas Javier and Kells won some money that Fury would mention Wilder's name in the post-fight interview. The niggas won like $200-300.
There was a prop bet for that?
Yeah, I mean, on fucking Bovada. It's like,
holy shit.
Name Fury mentions in post-fight interview on TV. He said Wilder, the niggas won like $200.
I never seen that type of bet. That's crazy. How they ain't gonna tell nobody about that?
That's what I said. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas didn't put me up on that game.
Oh my God, what was the other options? That must have been the stupidest. They're probably never gonna do that bet again.
AJ, I mean, it was Wilder, AJ, and somebody else. I think maybe Ruiz or Dillian White. But he said Wilder's name.
Super chat from Joseph Rodriguez, the mastermind, a.k.a. Big Supermax, making his Border Wars debut September 13th. Border Wars 6, taking on Santiago the Silent Killer, says, so is he the next Canelo or can he not sell, Ness? Who's he talking about? Ruiz?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what he means by can he not sell, but I think he's gonna sell. I think he's done what he needs to do. The fact that you Mexican, that is already the fucking head start. But now that you beat the man that they think you can't beat, bro, they calling him the Mexican Rocky. Like, it's over. And his swag went to 1 million. You seen his whole new style now? You know, fucking nice dark suits, but first 2 buttons open, you know, big AR, Andy Ruiz with the crown, with the king, Nick, crown on the top, okay?
Oh, that's old.
Iced out watches now, bangos, you know, phantoms, drop top phantoms.
You got a Phantom now?
Oh, you ain't seen that white? You ain't see that weight dropped off
Bruh,
Edge?
my phone fucked up, man. I ain't been seeing
Boy,
shit.
you better wake up. If y'all motherfuckers and go look at all the footage of him working out. His hands don't look like they got faster. Shit. He ain't trying to lose.
Hey, with all due respect
Bruh,
to
I seen
Andy,
some workout footage, and shout out to Manuel Robles said I could come. I seen some workout footage, my nigga, where he is going to murder someone's fucking stomach. It's like he chopping wood.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
And no disrespect to Andy, but man, we already got a Mexican Rocky. He stays on Riverside. Alcito Lopez.
Yeah, he's the Riverside Rocky. This is the Mexican Rocky Balboa. That's what they put. Go look on IG. Yo, his hashtag huge. I ain't going front. Joshua Wilder still like at 125,000, so it's bigger. But yo, Ruiz is climbing like rapidly. Let me just give it a double check. But yeah, man, let's open up these phone lines, man. First, let me get to these quotes, actually. Let's read these actual quotes.
We got a couple more super chats, too, that we need to get to. Let me go ahead, then I'll get to them after the quotes.
So, in the United States, Fury is contractually obligated or tied to Top Rank, who have been an exclusive content deal with ESPN. And I quote, "At this moment in time, no one will sign up to rematch because people will want to see how Ruiz and Joshua play out," said Bellew. Deontay Wilder will be waiting to see what happens purely because Ruiz and Wilder fall under the Al Haymon promotional banner. And that will be the fight that will happen. Al Haymon will want there to be one champion, one face, and he will want that face to be Deontay Wilder. If he, Wilder, gets to that position, he will run boxing. Or, excuse me, he will run the boxing world because he will have the greatest prize in all of boxing. All 4 belts, a unified champion. So I don't think Wilder will be making any kind of move until he sees the Joshua Ruiz rematch. Unfortunately for Fury, I think Wilder will then back away from any rematch because he will be the man in pole position and he can dictate the division. You understand, Mike? And that's all I'm saying, bro. And Sebastian Formella. Come back, champ. Come back, champ. Yo, I spoke to Minge, though. I spoke to Minge, man. He said he would come on. We kind of worked it out. We just got to do it.
Shout out Stephen Fulton, man. I'll be our champion. We got a couple super chats we got one from Alexander Wilson. International TV pays a lot of rights to show the rights of U.S. pay-per-view. Don't forget about that. That is true. We didn't bring that up. T Plums 101. You do know that making Ruiz the A-side versus Wilder, like making Oliver McCall a A-side when he beat Lewis. I think we should slow our roll a little. I agree, man. I don't necessarily think he's the A-side against Wilder, but we'll see how it plays out. Sergio Gomez says Ruiz stops Joshua by the 5th. You heard it here first. So Sergio thinks Ruiz gets a 5th round stoppage in the rematch. And he goes on to say again, Ruiz, Wilder, Ruiz, 7%, 30%. The fuck to say? Unify, Ruiz A-side. Oh, so he say 70-30? What the fuck?
Listen, I'm not in no agreements with 70-30 because that would be the whole AJ Wilder saga all over again. But I'm telling y'all, man, yo, like Al knows economics, man. Like we just seen the Earl Mikey fight. Like Al knows what's going on, bro. Like Al did Canelo Mayweather. Like Al knows what's going on. That's 2.2 mil. Like Al knows what's going on. Al had a part to do in Canelo motherfucking Julio Cesar Chavez, Canelo Trout, Canelo motherfucking Floyd. Like, yo,
Canelo Laura.
Stop it. Like Al knows what's going on. He knows how to do this. So if y'all don't want to believe it, it's all good. Let me reread one of these.
Sims says H $D with a poo emoji. Have no idea what that means. JD says happy one-time week. You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. Shout out to Keith Thurman, man. He takes on this Manny Pacquiao on his first pay-per-view this weekend. Can't wait for that fight.
Yeah, Alexander Wilson, international TV pays a lot of rights. That's cool. You know, that's just another check that gets split. But if you're not, like, again, that's what makes Andy the A-side. Does Wilder get an international check? Does he bring one to the table? No, he does not.
He don't?
Motherfucker, where?
BT Sports have shown Wilder fights. Let me see. And
Bruh.
Sky Sports. Let me finish. Sky Sports have shown Wilder fights. Wilder's fights are in many territories. It's just not America what Wilder fights.
Yo, my man right here is hilarious. Yo, he is ride or die Crawford and Wilder for sure.
I'm just being real
No,
with
I hear
right
you,
now.
I hear you, but that's not called international. Like, my man, BT or Box Nation are always gonna pick up a Canelo fight, a Floyd fight.
No.
Like,
Canelo and Triple G was pay-per-view over in the UK. BT picked it up, but it's pay-per-view.
okay, but what I'm saying is, Sky, Boxing, they always pick up those fights. That doesn't mean anything.
How is that not international, though?
Because listen, same way DAZN is now doing Rivas, and before that, you know, Showtime did whatever Dillian White's fight. Even though it was pay-per-view over there, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's a check, but it ain't like, oh, Wilder's bringing the UK check. Because guess what? If Ruiz fights if he fights Areola, he's getting an international check from the UK because they're going to want to see his next fight due to the popularity of what he did to Joshua. You understand what I'm saying or no?
So they don't want to see Wilder's next fight? I mean, I'm not. So Wilder's not getting an international check?
Bruh, of course they're going to see.
Okay.
What I'm saying is he don't bring Mexico TV. He don't got Africa TV, Nigeria TV. You get what I'm saying?
He don't? Wilder fights are not shown.
I'm done. Let's go to the callers. I'm going to callers, man. I
Wilder
can't
fights
with you,
are not
man.
shown in Africa or New Zealand
Bruh.
or Canada.
You right, man. I don't know.
I mean, I'm asking you a question because you.
They in Mexico too, man. He got to deal with Televisa.
They probably are.
He got to deal with.
If you're a boxing fan
You're
in
right.
Mexico and you get a heavyweight champion knocking out niggas dead, you don't want to see that?
I mean, you're right. He got to deal with Televisa the same way Canelo did.
Never mind.
The same way Canelo made his name. You know, Canelo.
Now you're being funny. Now that's cool. Now you're being funny.
I'm just trying to talk. When Canelo came into this game, he came in with Televisa too, you know, and that's what made him so popular. It's like, wow, this 15-year-old already got that Mexico TV deal. He's being viewed by millions and millions of people in Mexico. When he did his debut on HBO versus Love More Than Do, they were talking about how many views he's already done, you know? So I don't know. Yeah, man, he brings it. He just brings it, you know? And I'm not just writing people off. Who am I writing? Who am I writing off? Who am I writing off? You guys are just trying to discredit what the Mexican fan base brings to the table.
Them, nigga. We love them.
Yeah, you love him, but you're trying to somehow make Wilder a fake fan base. You talking about now he got deals in Nigeria and Africa? Like, I'm done,
They don't
man.
sell these TV rights to these
I've been going to see Wilder for almost 5 years now, and he's never told me once, Ness, I got a deal.
They won't sell these. Did you ask the question about selling rights to these territories?
You cut me off because you don't want the question to be said or the
I'm trying to
statement
ask you
to
a
be
question.
said.
You know what, Ness? Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying, you don't want the statement to be said. I hear you.
Nigga, give me the statement, please.
Oh, it's all good. Whatever, man. Yo, Wilder got a Televisa deal,
I want the statement.
man.
Say it. Now when I give you opportunity to say it, you want to say it. Say it.
I said it. Wilder got a Televisa deal. You know what I'm saying? He rocking out with Azteca TV in Mexico. Like, he getting that. You know, he bringing that check to the table. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. We're going to go out to the callers. We're going to go out to the callers, man. Sheesh.
Tell the truth.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Yo, the funny thing is, like, wasn't AJ always the A side? Even though we wanted him to give Wilder 50%, we still established him as the A side. Like, in our minds, if he would have somehow negotiated, came to terms, because we were like, man, just make the fight. But we were telling AJ to just make the fight. Why? Because he's the A side. Somehow now we're debating whether the winner of the AJ fight with a Mexican fan base is an A side. I mean, wow.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
You wanted to say something?
Oh yeah, for anybody who's doing any shopping on Amazon Day, it is Amazon Prime Day for another 12 hours, I believe. Go ahead and go to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and click on our Amazon link. Use that link to do all your shopping today. It costs you nothing extra, but we do get a little kickback when you use that link. So if you're shopping on Prime Day, please think about the Boxing Voice when you do so.
Let's go out to. Let me see if we got any. Boom, 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 boom.
Any boomies, any ringers?
No masters of the minds.
We got a super chat from Boxing Therapy. For undisputed status, Wilder will pay everybody. Nobody cares about that lineal belt of Furies.
Thank you.
And last one from Julio Ocho. Wilder get a 2-piece and a soda from Congo TV. LOL.
That's racist.
Yeah, it's chicken.
Is there a Congo? Is there a wait? I mean, but is there a Congo TV?
I mean, there's a Congo. I don't know about Congo TV, but I know as like a Congo, like over in Africa.
Exactly, but in the Congo,
I don't know if they even have electricity in the Congo.
No, I'm pretty sure something else is associated with a Congo. I'm gonna just Google it before I go out on a tyrant.
I think you remember that movie about the
exactly
about the ape that
exactly. So then, why would you associate Congo ape, soda, and chicken?
Bruh. I don't think he even knows about that movie. He's probably about 13, 12 years old. I don't think he knows about that. Like that's a movie that came out when I was a kid. About
I don't know,
4 or 5 years
man.
old.
I think you being nice. I think people are a lot smarter than what you think, but it's all good. I just don't understand, like, why the racial undertones, but
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
You right, Cool Breeze.
Hey yo.
What up, money, my guy?
What's going? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, man. You the man.
Yeah. Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And this is a great topic. Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder will definitely be a major fight, with Andy Ruiz being the first Mexican heavyweight champion of all time, and Deontay Wilder being a sensation in America. It's going to be definitely one of the biggest fights, or if not the biggest fight in the history of boxing. I can't wait to make this happen. And, man, hey, Ness, for real, bro, thank you for everything.
90 seconds.
Hey, thank you for everything, bro. I got to tell y'all, bro, I want y'all to know that I'm really thankful to this show, man. You know what I'm saying? For everything y'all did for me from day one. Thank you, bro. I ain't forgot nothing. Mike, you the one that told Deontay Wilder about me. Ness was right there. I remember like it was yesterday. Y'all the reason everybody know me, man. So thank you, Ness. The promo video you did, you threw my track on there. Me and my brother B Money and my boy Trey Drizzle from Memphis. Ness, that mean everything to me, for real, bro. I'm gonna throw you some bread, man. I'm about to go to the bank right now. I'm gonna send you some money just to show some appreciation. That's for real, man. Thank you for everything. TBV for life, for real. I'm standing on it. Let's go.
Man, shout out M-Town, man. It's like a second home to me, bro. I can't repeat. I love Memphis, man. The barbecue, the chicken, the goddamn, other stuff.
Dominic in Seattle, the ringer. Talk to me.
Yo, what's good?
What up?
Hey,
I gotta give a shout out to Dominic, man. He up every morning. Every morning with us, man. And he's still on the West Coast.
10 seconds.
I know, man. It's 6 o'clock. I'm at work, actually. But I'm still at the same energy that Deontay Wilder shouldn't take that Luis Ortiz fight. I think he should wait it out, get some warm-up like Tyson Fury's been getting. And then no one's dogging him for getting no warm-ups. And I think he should try to get that Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is definitely going to beat Anthony Joshua. And that's my call.
All right.
All right. Let's go to. Let me see. That don't look like JD number. What's going on here?
JD in Texas, South Side.
No, but it looked like it might be someone in that area. Let me double check. No,
Hey, money. I got somebody
I was
listening,
right.
man.
That ain't.
They said you just made them hype for the whole day.
It is E Black. Been a long time in Texas. What up, champ?
E Black, what's up?
I ain't heard you in forever.
Yeah, man, I'm here. You know me. I only show up for the main thing. But what's going on? I agree with the last caller. I'm not really feeling this Ortiz fight as much as I go back and watch this fight. Man, he had him out really in 5 rounds.
Yep.
And boxing ability really carried him for another 7, and then his age show up. So I really don't see the point in it. I don't think it's a pay-per-view fight. It's one of those fights where you kind of know what's going to happen. I mean, Deontay Wilder is making this fight, so I don't know. Other than that,
and let's be real, dog. Let's talk about something, right? We all know Wilder made this fight, the first one, and the Fury fight, because AJ and Eddie were being dickheads, so he quote unquote created his own lane. So why the fuck keep going now with these dumbass fights when your lane is created? If Ruiz wins, that's the yellow motherfucking brick road.
But
you don't need to create your own lane. He fights Ruiz. No, he can fight Ortiz because we'll take that Showtime rematch, non-pay-per-view. It's a safe fight. It keeps you busy while you wait and watch what happens with AJ Ruiz. But you don't do the Fury fight yet. You see what happens. Bellew is right.
I definitely think it's a make busy fight. Definitely a make busy fight. He doesn't want to take the risk of, say, going against like another lower level guy and getting KO'd, and that be like bigger than anything else. But I think definitely, there's really no point in this fight, other than just make busy. Hey Nez, can I just say one thing?
Sure.
For other people?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, I just want to say one thing. We're not talking about any of the drug testing that's not going on for Manny Pacquiao and Thurman.
Who not?
Nah, man, we did multiple shows on that.
I addressed that shit.
The issue is that we do so many shows, you guys probably miss some, man. That's why it's good to subscribe to the podcast. But we definitely touched on it multiple times. Yeah, man. I mean, look, it is up to Manny to prove us wrong or to prove his innocence, but he'd rather not. He doesn't mind the doubt, Thurman is not the A side. Thurman is not the A side. That's why he said, I don't care what man he's taking, because he's not the A side. He can't dictate. These are not his terms. He got picked. He didn't pick.
I agree. Well, that's it for me, y'all. Y'all stay safe and y'all enjoy y'all show, man.
Thank you. Just like Mike needs to learn, if Ruiz picks Wilder, who's the A side, champ? Like you said, I don't want to see Ruiz fight Wilder. And who you think's going to make that decision? Wilder or Ruiz? Who makes that decision for Ruiz to go fight fucking Areola in Mexico? I got him, y'all. I got him. Now he got to say who the A side. Who makes the decision? Could Wilder call Ruiz up and say, yo, go fight Areola in Mexico, champ, then fight me? No, he can't. He can't. He can't call him up and even say, yo, champ, fight me next. It's on the line, all the belt. No, he can't. Because guess what? Ruiz got to say yes because he got all the belt.
So Ruiz can call Wilder and say, hey, Wilder, you got to fight Fury before I even think about fighting you.
Absolutely. The same way Wilder's telling. Listen. Same way Wilder's telling motherfucking Dillian White, I ain't got to fight you for 2 years. And Dillian White out here saying, I got 600 days. Wilder's scared of me. Wilder fight me. If one man could do it, the other can. And we could go down the list of people who have avoided people until it was absolutely a must. Canelo versus Triple G. Huh? Wasn't it mandated? Wasn't the belt on the line? And he said, man, fuck your belt, WEC. I do what I want. And did 2 more pay-per-views without giving Triple G that fight. So, yeah, the A-side does what he wants.
Andy going to do a pay-per-view with?
What?
I mean, you laugh and tell me.
What you mean? Everybody.
Outside of Wilder, who's going to do pay-per-view with?
So, he can't fight Tyson Fury on pay-per-view? Oh, Cat got his tongue. Cat got his tongue. Okay, what? He can't.
And so can Wilder.
He can't do this. Again, who's the A side?
Bro, I don't know. I'm trying to ask you a question.
What's the question? Because I thought I answered
who can he fight on pay-per-view?
And I said Tyson Fury.
You said Fury. And I said so can Wilder.
And I said who's the A side?
In the pay-per-view?
Yes.
Wilder.
Is he? Is he? Why is he offering 50-50 then?
Because it's a rematch that was mandated by the WBC, and that's the best deal.
It seems like you trying to sweeten the deal. Seems like
because he wants to fight again.
Exactly, because maybe Fury doesn't want to. Maybe Fury could go somewhere. Maybe Fury's already proved to Michael Gross that he's got options.
Who's his options? Tom Schwartz?
Tom Schwartz and every other name that he's mentioned, plus the $100 million that ESPN's given him. I mean,
and we know why he got that alleged $100 million. It's not to fight Jarrell Miller or Tom Schwartz. It's to fight one guy.
Yeah.
And we all know that.
But guess what? That one guy, it's not his job to make the fight. That's Bob's job to make the fight.
Yes, of course it is. And just like it's Al's job to make the fight for Wilder versus Ruiz.
So in the meantime, Tyson Fury gets to fight Trevor Bourbon, Trevor, whatever, you know? Like, he's still getting paid.
Say Trevor Burbick so bad. That nigga fought 30 years ago.
He's still
Trevor
getting paid.
Bryan.
Yeah.
Bryan, man.
Man,
WBA
Schmeyen.
WBA regular champ. Trevor
Bryan Schmeyen. Is he a Mayan? I ain't never heard of him. Why the fuck he lying?
He right here, boy. He said Trevor Burbick. He fought in 1988.
Who he ever fought, though? Who he ever fought? Like, how does dude get mentioned every day?
I believe he fought Ali or some shit.
No, man, not Burbick. The new Burbick.
The new Burbick. He fought Manuel Char.
Mike in Connecticut, talk to me.
Hey, what's good, Ness?
What up?
Hey, I just got a question. I got a question for you and Mike, man. When has the A side ever agreed to the B side's demands?
I mean, Wilder agreed to giving Tyson Fury 50-50 for the rematch.
When has the A side ever agreed to the B side demands?
Yeah, and it depends which demands, because remember, there are a lot of demands in a fight. Walking out first, you know, the who gets named first, who's on the poster, what name is on the poster.
I would say that we just seen it this past weekend. I believe Rob Brandt, when he won, was the A side, but he went over to Japan and he let Murata come out second, and it was something else that he did. I think,
But I'm talking about like the big stars, like the big.
Oh well,
big,
man, you ain't say big
like,
star. You told me give you a fucking example. Damn.
Well, you know what I mean. But in the case of Andy Ruiz, I believe he is the A side. This guy is the first Mexican heavyweight champion. He has a whole country and demographic with him right now. You know, it's gonna be tough for Wilder to claim he's the A side, because you could see how much Mexico is gravitating towards Andy Ruiz. Like, they treated him like he was the president when he went there.
Let's be real. They treated him how Wilder and how I wish America would treat Wilder. Let's just be real. Andy out there living that motherfucking life. GQ done snatched him up. He did a spread on Mexico GQ. They ain't waiting for America GQ. Fuck that. We love our own.
I didn't even know Mexico had a GQ.
Well, there you go. We love our own. Just saying.
That's true, man.
Yeah, ain't you Dominican?
No. I'm speaking in the third for them. I'm speaking for them.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you.
But they say it all the time. I got that Latin bias. Ness with his Latin bias. He protecting Canelo. Yo. All right. So let's go to Troy in Baltimore.
Good morning, Troy.
Troy, you busy? All right, we're coming back to you. We got I did that wrong. Let me go ahead and get this all properly set up.
I just don't understand how you guys just see Andy as the clear A side now.
But wasn't AJ the clear A side? Why you acting like you got amnesia, champ?
I understand it, but I just feel like Wilder's been raising.
So you beat the man. So you beat the man, because that's Fury's whole claim to fame. You beat the man who was the man, and you still not the man, Mike? Man, you out it. You wilding tonight, bro.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
J Hardcore.
They don't know shit about boxing.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. Okay.
What's going on, Jay Hardcore, big dog?
Yo, what up there, my family? How y'all all doing today, bro?
Man, all love, man, all love.
Everybody good?
All
Yes,
good.
sir.
That's what's up, man. Like that topic we talking about this morning. I mean, I'm gonna be truthfully honest, man. I'm with Ness. I think that Wilder should sit back, see what the outcome is for Ruiz, and make a decision from there. To be truthfully honest, man, I don't like that Fury fight again. You know, we hardcores, and we know when it comes to the boxer and Wilder on that rematch, the boxer gets smarter, man. And I know that Fury's going to try his damnedest to stay away from Wilder punch, man. I mean, I know it's hard, but, you know, he's talented as hell when it comes to being a boxer. So, and we did the, when we went back and did the fight analysis on it. And I had to actually humble myself and say, Wilder lost that first fight, man. And that hurt me to my core to say that. But I got to keep it real. I mean, that's how I felt. So to be perfectly honest, he has nothing really to win to fight Fury again. I just, it's just, okay, I beat Fury or I beat Ortiz. I would lay back. I'm the big man on the block. And I will wait and see exactly what happens with Ruiz. And let's say that Ruiz do beat, I don't know what that noise. Ruiz does beat
Mike phone over here again,
Joshua
Texas.
again. Yeah, so sit back and see what happens, man. He don't need to fight Ortiz or Wichita. Nobody else want to fight them, but yeah, he fighting them back to back. Come on, man. He got to start. It's generational. It's a generational wealth time, man. Make that money, get all the belts, man, and sit back and said, I did it my way. That's what I feel should happen, man.
Bruh, the bigger fight is
He's
with
the king
the
of the
dude.
block right now.
The bigger fight is with the dude that actually knocks people out. Like Ruiz went out there and knocked AJ down 4 times, so the public is going to believe that Ruiz got a shot versus Wilder. Tyson Fury ain't doing nothing. Like, don't nobody want to see 12 rounds of Wilder trying to catch him. Like, we want to see fight, and night.
And another thing, man, can you imagine Andy Ruiz and Wilder, Cinco de Mayo? Man, they might even take Canelo's day for that particular day, man.
I'm telling you.
You got Mexicans against Black
But
Americans.
y'all niggas better quit being motherfucking disrespectful.
What? To who?
Gonna take Canelo Day?
Why not? Heavyweight?
Take Canelo Day?
First of all, hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike.
Nah, fuck that,
I got him, Jay.
Okay, man, Canelo, man, hold on. No.
I got him.
Canelo been doing this shit since he was 16.
Yo, first of all,
Mayweather.
Hey, yo, first of all,
Gennady Golovkin
yo,
went to
check this out.
168, and now I'm talking about fighting Kovalev at 175, and he gonna take Canelo Day?
Bruh,
Man,
what's
get the fuck
today's
outta
date,
here.
Mike? What's today's date?
Shit, the 16th?
July 16th, which means that 8-week training camp for Canelo's normal September date is out the window. It is out the window, which means listen to me, which means any chance of a high-level opponent is gone. That's gone. Unless Canelo's been secretly working out. Unless he's been secretly working out, okay?
We all know they do this, bruh. We all know they know before we know.
Nah, champ.
Come on, big dog.
We ain't never going this close to a Mexican Independence Day without an announcement.
That's true.
You talking about 2 months, man. They usually do 3 months to announce a Canelo fight. 2 months? Bruh, the opportunity is now. First off, that's only 1 point, right? Second point, Canelo came right out and congratulated Andy Ruiz, reposted him.
And defending him against Stephen A. Smith.
Exactly. So don't you think that Canelo won't step back, understanding that heavyweights bring out the casuals, understanding that he don't want to cause turmoil on the Mexican soil, that he's trying to be this, I don't know, what's the good word to use? Bougie Mexican.
So Canelo out here doing favors now?
This bougie Mexican, this red-headed Mexican.
He doing favors now?
I mean, it looks to me like he ain't got that date.
Who?
Who?
Man, come on, man.
September 14th look like it's
Who
open.
Hey, I expect announcement for Canelo to be made by the end of this week.
Hey, yo, remember once upon a time, Eddie Hearn was in the media saying, we waiting to see what's going to happen with Canelo when he was talking about Wilder and AJ fight. Remember November 22nd, eventually AJ fought Povetkin, but they couldn't make the Wilder fight because they needed to know whether or not Canelo was fighting on American pay-per-view because two American networks won't allow a pay-per-view. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody wants an opportunity at this date. So what you telling me that Mexico, Andy Ruiz in Vegas versus AJ on September 14th won't sell, Mike? If Canelo don't...
Come on, we know it's going to sell.
All right. And what I'm telling you, Canelo is losing. He's already 2 days behind. Okay? He's 2 days behind on his 8 weeks. And that's not normal. So the date is up for grabs. If Andy goes and takes it with Eddie right now, AJ rematch, Vegas, America, like they've been talking, even fucking New York, who gives a fuck, right? But you still did it in Mexican Independence Day. He already stole that. If he could knock AJ out, he stole it. He's a heavyweight. He's a real Mexican, okay? Canelo has, don't you get that? The Canelo, Oscar, they've always had that. Like, he ain't a real Mexican. Even though Canelo's from over there, but the way he looked.
How is Canelo not a real Mexican?
Because of the way he looked.
Because he got red hair and like look Irish? Come on, man. Y'all got to get out that shit, bro.
Bruh, yo, there's racism everywhere in DR.
It's the way of the world, yeah. It's the way of the world.
There's racism everywhere. In DR, dark Dominicans get no love on one side of the island. You go to La Vega, you go to Santiago.
I can tell Big Papi went there and got shot.
And Big Papi's from where I'm from. He's from San Pedro. He's from San Pedro. Like, that's where all the dark people at. My town is all dark.
What happened to you, my nigga?
I mean, my mom is light. My dad was smart enough to go, up to the other side of the. He went to the other side of the island and got him some motherfucking lightness. That's all.
Hold on,
he made me into a caramel baby, But dog, racism exists within every single motherfucking nationality.
That is true.
But let's not do it about racism. Who are people going to support more? The Mexican that they don't look like, that they can't relate to, that's super rich, or the Mexican that look like he gonna go fucking eat some enchiladas with his ass?
Depends on who the person is.
Man, you selling this community short, man. Bro.
If it's women, let's be real. They going with Canelo.
Hey yo, have you seen Andy Ruiz's wife? Yo, stop it, champ. What you mean if it's women? Andy,
he a rich nigga.
He wasn't rich. He wasn't rich when she got with him. Andy obviously bringing in the Mexican women. His girl and all her girls was fly. Go back and watch the fight.
Man, I ain't gonna argue with you.
I'm just saying, he obviously bringing in the women.
My badness.
Oh, he ain't bringing them in?
Who?
I don't know.
He ain't bringing them in like Canelo bringing them in.
I don't know, man. I don't know. More women think. Bro. Hey, listen. More women will fantasize
Vegas,
about.
How many baddies did we see in Vegas the first time we went for the Canelo Triple G fight?
Listen. And we seen them. And we seen all types though.
Yes.
Shapes and sizes.
Yes.
All right. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no discrimination. They not, bruh. He is more like them, bruh. The overweight, the tattoos. The normal, regular, calm demeanor, like that's more. They gonna relate. Bruh, look how they've taken them in. Come on, look, I just wanted it to happen. I want to see. I'm excited to report on it, man. Let's get to some of these calls. We got another boomerang. We got KO'd in the UK.
What up, KO, man? Shout out to the UK, bro. Y'all know what up.
Nah, they been missing.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
I need all my UK people that listen, man. Bring y'all ass back. Because AJ lost don't mean nothing. He can come back.
They lost their soul, man. They lost their soul.
I got Dillian White now.
What's going on, people?
They lost their soul, man. What up? You alive, champ? I was nervous.
Listen, I've been busy, innit? Listen, I did call a few times after he lost. I called a few times.
I bet you know exactly how many times you called, too.
Nah, it's called a few times. Just no, I listen. I've been listening. It's just there hasn't been much going on in the heavyweights. You know what happens? AJ brings all the fun. He lost. All of a sudden, the whole thing crashes down. Your shows are not as interesting anymore. You know it. You know it. The numbers gone down since
I
AJ
actually
lost.
don't know it. That's why we always called you guys AJ protectors, because we are real boxing fans that continue to watch the sport and find enjoyment and fulfillment in it. You look at what you just said. Oh, it's not the same since AJ lost. It's not, the numbers aren't the same. Like, look at what you're saying. You're not looking at the fight, you're looking at numbers like you always did. That's why you always looked at his purse and you looked at all the number of endorsements and the number of IG posts, because you weren't thinking about fighting, and we kept telling you he couldn't fight. Now you feel stupid. The yoke is still on your face.
All of a sudden AJ lost, he can't fight, right?
I mean, you want to bet on a rematch?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
You know, I've been here for 10 years, so I go nowhere. Let's see if you actually gonna come back.
I think AJ is still a credible boxer.
Let's go. How much you want to put on the rematch then? Let's go.
Oh, I'm not rich, but I'll bet you 100 easy.
All right, let's do it.
Odds,
100.
no odds. I'll take that easy.
That's like 95 pounds.
You know, it's nothing.
But anyway, let me get to my call. Listen, I've been listening to you guys. You guys putting in the work, so much respect. But yeah, I think that Wilder will probably fight Ruiz. And in terms of who's the A side, if you ask me, I'll say the A side is Al Haymon. He tells whoever who they want to fight, who they should fight. So if he tells them, listen, hey, Ruiz, you fight Wilder. Wilder, you're the A side. That's it. Whatever it tells them to do, that's what they do over there. So it doesn't really matter what each of those fighters think, really. But what I want to know is, if AJ wins the rematch, would Wilder now step up? Would he want to fight? Would he want to unify, or would he go back to what he was trying to do before?
If AJ beats Ruiz, he's not taking a fucking Wilder fight.
I think they will too. Again, Mike continues to think,
bro, y'all
small.
Niggas think that he won't even take the fucking Ruiz rematch right away.
But he did. But he already came out and activated
would he take
it.
a Wilder fight after he fight Ruiz so he can get knocked the fuck out?
But he already came out and activated it, bro. He already came out. We thought he wouldn't, and he did.
No. Y'all thought he would.
All right. But you just used the same said. You said y'all didn't even think. So I'm just saying I'm putting myself in the group that you created for me. That's all. Calm down, champ. You're gonna win this one day. But he took it. So I'm saying the same thing I'm telling Wilder. Do you risk it again? Come on. Wilder could tell me 10,000 times that he don't regret it. I regret it for you. I regret you didn't take the fight. I regret you didn't get this shine. I regret you not getting the rematch. I regret it for you. So are you going to do it again, Mike? Go ahead, you old smart ass. You going to be somebody's boxing manager? Tell him don't take the AJ fight again. Or you going to tell AJ, don't take the Wilder fight again because you lost to Ruiz, but you was able to get a rematch. You take that big fight, man. Yo, champions lose. Muhammad Ali lost. Ken Norton lost. Motherfucking George Foreman lost. Everybody, Frazier lost. It's one fight. And if he comes back and fights Wilder, we're going to be even like, it's going to be bigger because everybody's going to be really counting him out. Because of what they seen Ruiz do. Yo, nah, man, big fight, man. Young, too. Take that shit now. What you want? Take that at the back end of your career when you're 36? You slower?
Nah, I just think Eddie Hearn will probably have him fight one interim fight or two before they even think about.
Bruh, they milked him already, champion. They've been doing pay-per-views. They've been doing pay-per-views with him since forever. They've been milked that man, man. They got their money, man. They got their money. You heard what he said. I lost money on Daniel Jacobs.
Who?
Oh, you ain't watched that one, huh?
Where?
Yeah. He said I had to do it for Jacobs. But you know what? It was an investment. You know, maybe haters will hear that quote and run with it and make videos like, Eddie lost money. But in actuality, he did an investment.
Yeah.
He invested in Daniel Jacobs. He lost money on that show with Selecki, but he got Jacobs' profile up enough to get the Canelo fight, so you recoup that money, man.
Yeah,
if Jacobs made motherfucking 15 milli, how much did Oh boy, take
Yeah,
home.
Matchroom made probably about 1.5. You know what I'm saying? A nice little.
They made that. All I know is that they made they Daniel Jacobs money back. Whatever they lost on Selecki, they made that back. All right, we're gonna go to these callers and go through them. So don't provoke me with your fucking calls. I'm joking. Brandon, talk to me. Cincinnati.
Brandon, what up? What up? What up? What up? That was the first time
good?
for
Can
that
y'all
one.
hear me?
We
Oh
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah. What's up, homie?
Yeah, good morning to y'all, man. I think the solution to this, to be in my opinion, is to scrap the Ortiz fight. Go ahead and fight Fury now, and then see what the outcome of Andy Ruiz and
This
Joshua
is
is.
stupid.
Bruh, you obviously ain't a boxing manager, man. How the fuck you gonna put him in a tougher fight before you fight Ruiz? Like, we just seen the Fury fight. Like, it's a possibility he doesn't win, and then you.
I'm not a boxing. I'm not a boxing manager. I'm a boxing fan.
All
I
right,
don't
so
want to see
then,
fucking Luis.
that's not the right
Luis
plan.
Ortiz.
That's not the right plan. If you want to be
That's
How you
the
gonna
undisputed,
right
tell a
plan.
fan
if you want to be
what his
undisputed, that's
fandom
not the
is?
right plan. If you want to be undisputed, that's not the right plan.
He's a fan though. He's not worried
I don't
about
want
being
to.
He's
I'm not. I'm
obviously
not
not an
worried about
intelligent
that.
fan.
How the fuck am I not?
Look,
Because I want to
he don't
see a
even
fucking
got good
fight with a
internet. This
definitive
guy.
ending already.
How can we take you seriously with bad internet? Are you from the UK?
No, you should be able to hear me. Am I breaking up?
You did, but you better now. Go ahead.
I'm saying I don't give a fuck about what's more from a business standpoint. I'm coming from a boxing fan standpoint. Why would I want to see Ortiz again? That had a definitive finish. I want to see a fight that had some controversy to it. I don't give a fuck.
boxing
And
fan.
if
Well,
I'm, and
Mr.
hold on,
Boxing
let me
fan.
bust your bubble real
The
quick.
last thing I heard Tyson Fury say was not Wilder's name. He mentioned Jarrell Miller, who is no license, Trevor Berber, who hasn't fought anyone and never been on television, and I think he mentioned Manuel Char, who hasn't fought in 2 years.
Let me bust
So
your
it doesn't matter
bubble
what
from
you
a business
want.
standpoint.
Tyson doesn't
I
want.
thought you said you didn't want
Tyson
these
doesn't
fans
want
like get you
Wilder.
all hyped up. Let the man talk.
Let me
This
bust
is
your
what they
bubble from a
come here
business
for.
standpoint.
They
Ness.
come to get
Let me
this
bust your
Thunderdome. They want this smoke.
Let me bust your bubble from a business standpoint. Which fight does more pay-per-view wise? If they put Ortiz 2 on pay-per-view, is that gonna do better than if they put Fury 2 on pay-per-view right now? You're gonna take a fucking loss if you and he's already said that he thinks that's a pay-per-view fight. You take a loss putting Ortiz on pay-per-view.
Listen, Champ,
So
you make a mistake going straight into the Fury fight before the before the Ruiz
well, you
fight.
ain't a boxing fan. You don't you want your boy to cherry pick. That ain't
Call me
boxing
what you
fan
like,
shit.
man. Call me what you like. Just don't call me collect when you're bankrupt for betting on your dumbass plan. You done? Damn, you let me finish on that statement, nigga. I'm gonna look nice right now.
Why we give one fight one good?
Yo, his internet shitty as hell. You see that? Yo, that's crazy. Wait till you hear the playback, Brandon. You gonna be like, damn, he sounded so nice because of my bum ass internet. I'm out, champ. You gotta get your shit together, man. What's going on with y'all, man?
It's tough out here, man.
It's hard out here for a pimp. We going out to FaZe or Faz or Faz and Gaza. I don't know.
FAS. What up? What up? What up?
Yo,
what's going on, man?
What up? Who this?
Hey, yo. Oh, it's Tony, man. Tony from Jacksonville, man. What's going on? How y'all doing this morning?
Tony from where?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, Jacksonville, Florida. What up?
Yo, what's going on with these callers this morning, man?
You know, I don't know really.
And Mike, I love you, man. Mike, you my guy, man. But hey, man, what's going on, man?
What up? What up, man? Tell me what you disagree with me about.
Oh no, I don't disagree with nothing, man. But come on, man. You know, hey, this whole Andy Ruiz stuff, man. Come on, man.
My nigga, come on.
You already know how that's gonna go, man.
What?
How it go? How it go? Tell
I'm on
him,
the
B.
mindset that Andy should not fight Wilder right after he beats AJ. What's wrong with that? Go on a homecoming tour.
Yo, that's funny. Brandon ain't call you not a boxing fan because you asked Ruiz to get a fucking softie.
Yeah, I'm just being logical, bro, because we all know how boxing is as a sport.
No, but when I'm logical, I'm not a boxing fan according to Brandon.
But you weren't being logical though.
I'm not being logical by telling Wilder to fight Luis Ortiz and wait for Joshua Ruiz rematch. I mean, outcome.
No, when we seen a man post that said, "I want to redo all the wrongs or controversy fights that I have. We know what his mindset is, and we know what he wants.
Man, we also seen him for 3 years say one face, one name, one champion, champ. That's all we want.
Okay.
I'm killing Mike tonight, man. It's over, man. Body bag season, man.
I mean, I can't really think because he did say that. I mean, what you mean to say? He didn't say that shit and start lying?
No, I don't want you to lie. I just want you to see that we got to go back to that. It's time, especially now that the road is. You listen, fighters are saying this more and more. I take the road of least resistance. That's what Keith told me. He said I could make a Terrence Crawford fight, but it don't entice me. Why would I go through mucky negotiations when I could just call Al and tell him who I want?
Earl next, yeah, I heard that.
You know what I mean? It's easy. Like, why would right now Wilder was dicked around, toyed with, called the boy, an Alabamian. No one knows you. Who are you? And he turned away. He took flat fees and he turned away, bro, from that opportunity. And now that it's here on decent terms, he won't take it. I highly doubt that. T Plums, talk to me.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
T Plums. Yo, T Plums. All right, you can't talk? You in work? Just working? Just working? All right. Who else we got? What do we got? Any super chats, Mike?
Any boomies coming back in? Yeah, we got a couple super
I think
chats,
we got
man.
H Money didn't boom in. Boom back in, H.
We got one from Laser Light Show, not saying nothing, just showing love. And he coming back with another one, not saying anything, just showing love. And Jonathan Sims coming back with that HSD poo emoji equals same as his intro for H Money. Oh, wow, that's fucked up, bro. Y'all hating on my nigga H Money, man.
No, H is the shit. Remember, no. Remember that his intro says H Money the shit.
You right.
So that's what he's saying. He put H Money the $sign, dog. What's wrong with you?
My bad.
$sign is H Money, the shit. The D is for the shit emoji is the shit equals the same as H Money's intro. H Money the shit. My man Popular out here, they got emojis for him, bro. Stop it.
You're right. My bad. Go ahead, H Money. Shit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker. Ness, I just want to break down his resume with wins over Roger Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker being an Olympic gold medalist, his fights with Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, with our own Buddy McGirt, who calls in the show. Legendary Buddy McGirt, former world champion, and his fight against Julio Cesar Chavez and Julio Cesar Vasquez from Argentina. Ness, we definitely got to do some film study on him. This is a great show. Thank you so much to the Boxing Voice. I swear to God, this is the best show in the world. Thank you for everything. And Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz will be the biggest fight in the history of boxing. Al Haymon has set the blueprint with Floyd Mayweather. You take an American black fighter, an outspoken fighter like Deontay Wilder, and match him up with a Mexican world champion. The first one in the history of boxing, Andy Ruiz. He's doing the right things. He got him a Bentley for free. He's like the president of Mexico. He's in LA at the Dodgers game. Shout out to Andy Ruiz. He's a real person, man, who made something. He made something happen, man. Ness, thank you, Ness, for real, man. For real. We in here. I'm going to call you. I'm going to send you some bread, man. I got you. I owe you that. We in here.
H Money, man, you is Andy Ruiz. You made something happen, champ.
Out
here becoming Rookie of the Year. And your music is fire. I fuck with it.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
You got some punchlines. You got some punchlines.
Shout out to Donald Banks, man. We got a super chat from him. Shout out to Ness and Mike. I always enjoy the show. Today is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, champ.
37 today.
37.
Not playing for the day, but I keep up the good work. But y'all keep up the good work. Happy birthday, Donald Banks, man. 37 years old, man. I'm going to tell you, man, getting old is not a deterrent. It is a blessing.
Yes, it
Can't
is.
wait till I get about 67 years old rolling around this motherfucker.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
I give me a power scooter then.
Yo, did we ever get to Troy? Because I know he had like some background.
No, we didn't.
Mr. Troy in Baltimore. What up?
Yes, sir.
What up, Troy?
Thanks for coming back to me. You all covered a lot, so I'm going to see if I can hurry this up.
because I wanted to touch base. You said that one face, one champion. He was saying that, and it's been hard for him to make any money and get the fight made. Let me explain something to you.
I don't think we
It's
said
hard when you
anything
don't
about
sign
getting
a.
the money. I think we just said
Okay,
I use that
but I'm
because the opportunity would be there. So it would be everything you was
right. But he had
criticizing him
opportunity,
for.
right? I'm not criticizing. I'm just speaking truth.
No, I mean in the
He had the
past,
opportunity.
you're just talking too fast. In the
Oh,
past, you used to clown him for saying one face, one name, one champion, but not taking the
no.
opportunity
Well,
at it, right? Right?
okay. Well, that's not me clowning him. That's me speaking facts. Because if you have a contract for 100 million or whatever millions,
A
and you
shitty
keep saying
contract.
that you want to be
A
one,
shitty contract.
how do we know? Okay. You keep saying that's a shitty contract. Name another fight out here now that he could make $40 million with.
We just spoke about it, man. Go press rewind.
Ruiz? No.
Well then,
No. There's no
Troy,
other fighter
listen to
out
me.
here.
Troy, listen to me. Troy, you know absolutely
Yes,
shit
sir.
all about boxing because if he made $20 million with Dominic Brazil, how
You're
the
not
fuck?
talking about boxing. We're
I
talking
gotta
about
let you go. I
financing now.
can't talk to you, bro. How the fuck you make $20 million with Dominic Brazil a mandatory, but you can't make $40 million with Ruiz with five fucking belts on the line in an American pay-per-view? I mean, come on, Troy. Come on, get your head out your ass.
I like Troy, but I can't defend you today, brother.
Go ahead, because I brought you back. That's what I do. I don't run from no smoke. Get your ass over here. We hear all your background. Come defend your shit.
Yeah, out there chopping wood or some shit.
Yeah, he don't want to talk now. Troy. Look at
It's over. You should start laughing.
They don't
It's
want
over.
that smoke. Fuckers don't want that smoke. Who this? You said Rod is Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah, right. 870. What's going on, homie?
What up?
What up, man? Hey, good topic this morning. I'm glad you guys called out that UK caller. They need to bring their ass back on home, man. Stop bullshitting because AJ lost. You know, then stop being crybabies and whining. Come on back, talk y'all shit like y'all been talking, and stick with the show. Don't run when shit get bad, because all we're gonna do is laugh at you for a few months. Then we'll let it go and move on. But with this Wilder deal, I think it a perfect world scenario for me. Wilder fight Ruiz in late October, November. You know, kind of steal one of those football, a date right behind the football game. You know, maybe, you know, it's a big game going on Fox, and then right afterwards you could watch Ortiz and Wilder on pay-per-view. You know, something like that. Make him a couple of bucks in that fight. Knock Ortiz out. Ruiz beat AJ again, which is kind of double standard for me because I want to see Ruiz win, but then I don't want to see AJ go away because AJ is good for the sport. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him go away. So if Ruiz beat AJ, that'll set up Wilder, Ruiz, and Ness, you right. He would absolutely make $40 million easily in that fight because you got Undisputed, a Mexican American who is now even bigger because he beat AJ again, and now you got Wilder, who is this ferocious guy that everybody is afraid of. So you got this double whammy going on with those two fighters, and then set up the Fury fight for next fall for Undisputed. Man, that would be huge for Wilder. There would be 3 big fights between now and in the calendar year. Put it that way, in 12 months, those 3 fights would be perfect for Wilder. And then if somehow you got Daniel Dubois or somebody that comes up and is the next big thing, then he could take them on, you know, in the next phase of his championship run. What do you guys think about that?
I like Daniel Dubois, man. I like him. I just think he's
Sounds like
still
a plan.
a lot like Green, but a couple years down the road, man, I want to see him and see how he develops, see how FA develops, and I think the heavyweight division is gonna be around a long, long time. And I do agree with you. I think AJ is good for the sport. I don't think AJ is bad and I want to see Andy win again, but at the same time, I do think AJ will be victorious, but we'll see how it plays out.
So I'm trying to find this message. Where'd that go?
Who that?
Timey Tyner, right there.
Tiny
He says,
Tyner.
Andy is not the A side against Wilder. Cut the bullshit, Ness. I don't know, man. No one's made a case, a good one anyway. KO'd Boomerang.
Okay, I'm back for that smoke.
Ness, I had a question for you. How do we know Wilder made 20 million? Please educate us.
Man, I'll let Mike take my light work, man. That's too easy of a
Um,
question.
I believe ESPN, not ESPN, but maybe ESPN did come out and do the purchase, but I know Espinoza and them shit. Bro, I don't know. I just know he made 20 million. I forgot how I know. I forgot what
Well,
article it
well,
was.
well.
Hit me out on this.
Remember, was it a Forbes or an ESPN most paid for 2019? Remember,
You're right, Forbes.
for
You're right.
12 months, it was from June to 2018 to June 2019 or something like that. And Wilder was estimated to make
30 million.
exactly.
That's
So
10
so
for the
so
Fury
so he
fight.
only had 2 fights.
10 for the Fury
KO.
fight.
How
20
would he
for
have
the.
made that, KO? I mean, you guys are
You only
so
had
easy.
no, wait, easy. Wait. Let me come back because
Oh,
you
sure.
asked
Sure.
asked you a question and
Sure.
you answered.
Come back.
So according to you, the reason why we know that he made that
Well,
much
no, remember,
because
I also did the interview with Espinoza, who said we gave him what he asked for. And keep in mind, Dazn was offering him 20 for Brazil. 20
yeah,
for
but how
Brazil.
do we know Espinosa is not lying?
All right. Well, listen, man. So then
Now
everyone,
this this is
no, no,
this is
no.
this is the
Listen,
thing.
listen,
Let me
listen. If you
finish. Let me
want to go,
finish.
if you want to go
You asked
down
I
that
asked you a
type of
question.
lane,
Let me
just
finish.
remember,
Let
just
me
remember,
finish, Ned.
just remember. If you go down that lane, then everything that everyone says, we can end in that statement. How do you know Bob is in line? How do you know Earl is in line? How do you know Terrence is in line? How do you know Bomac ain't lying? Eddie ain't lying? AJ ain't lying? Come on, dog. That's like the wackest argument you could have took. That's some little kid shit in the sandlot.
No, it's not a
How do
whack
I know
argument
you're not
because we
lying?
know
How do
that
I know
this
you're not
boxing
lying? How do I
promoters
know
and
Mike's
we
not
know.
fucking lying, bro?
Listen,
How do I know
listen,
my
Ned, let
mom's
me
not
educate
lying,
you.
bro? Get out of here, bro, with that.
I ain't really
Listen,
said anything.
listen. Are you gonna let me talk?
Bro,
Are you
I've,
gonna
I've
keep cutting me?
obviously gave you more time than the normal morning time, so I'm letting you talk. Talk.
Good stuff. So what I'm saying is, we know boxing promoters and these TV people lie. We don't. Well, I'm not saying they lie all the time, but we know that when it comes to fight purses, up until this whole Wilder agenda business, fight purses used to be made public. It used to be a public
So
thing
so then the
until
article that we read this morning where Canelo got 50 million is a lie too. Forbes reported it and their quote is from Oscar. So it's a lie. That's what I'm telling you. If you want to go down this road, everything is a lie and let's stop reading boxing. Let's stop
I'm
reporting.
not saying
No,
I'm
that's
not
what you're
saying
saying.
everything is a
That's what
lie.
you're
What
saying.
I'm saying
You're
to you, if
questioning
you
it.
listen to
You're
what I said to
questioning it.
you,
You're saying,
what
how don't we know? You're questioning it. So let's question everyone. Let's question
yes, we have
everyone.
to. We
All
have to
right, all
question
right. So we did. So how do we know that it's not a lie that AJ made 32 million? How do we know it's not a lie that he made his biggest person in the U.S. versus Andy Ruiz? How do we know it's a lie? How do we know it's not a lie that John Skipper sent Deontay Wilder a $100 million contract? Last we checked, no one was able to get anything factual from there. It was all rumor, right? How do we know it's not a lie? But meanwhile, everyone criticizes him for not taking a deal. How do we know it was a real fucking deal? The fuck out of here. It's so corny, man. Little kid arguments, bro. We in elementary still? Learn how to debate. What type of whack shit is that? Everyone lies, and everyone could be fucking accused of lying. That's your argument? Jesus Christ. Loyalty, talk to me.
What up, loyalty? Yo. Mic check.
Loyalty on Skype. Tyson Fury's favorite guy. What's up?
Yeah, my guy from the UK.
Well, I think he's like Ireland, right? Or Scotland?
Yeah, Ireland. Yeah, something like that.
Yes, can you hear me, boys?
We hear you now.
Yo. How's it going, boys? All right, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What up?
sorry I've not been in touch for the last couple of weeks, but, our life gets you, So,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, no, I just caught like the last 15 minutes of the show. What Tony Bellew says is he's a pretty wise man and he's well schooled and he's very knowledgeable. So, like, I would take heed if I was listening to what Tony Bellew's got to say, to be honest with you. In terms of the lying thing, what you've just said, I just want to point out that didn't Wilder say that he already had the Ortiz fight confirmed and the the Fury fight confirmed.
That's what I
But
thought
then
too.
everyone at ESPN turned around and says, no, we don't know what you're on about. We haven't got anything confirmed. So if we're talking about who's telling the truth and who's telling lies, like, let's just take it from that statement, like, you know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, Fury does blow hot and cold sometimes. So, you know, we know what the boxing world was like. But that was my point on that position. That's my position on what you was just saying, basically.
All right. So there we have it. You know, everyone lies. The thing about the Wilder example is, didn't Fury just come out and announce the fight's happening February 22nd? So it means that Wilder didn't lie. But
Yes, sir.
But whatever, you know, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? You can assassinate a man's character. It's okay. It just won't fly on my watch. I'm your host, Mr. Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Just want to let someone in Alabama know they didn't press one. I believe that could be Edward or Bo, but yeah, you didn't press one. Just listening. I'm sure you're at work. Want to thank everyone that tuned in. Don't forget you can hit that thumbs up on the future, present, past. It helps me and Mike with the visibility of the show. And if you want to ensure that we stick around here on this daily show, plus the Saturday show, plus Thursday and Sunday, join us today at 5 o'clock on Patreon for our Film Study Tuesday, where we're probably going to have to do Triple G and Canelo too, because people are mad that me and Mike think that fight was definitively a Canelo win. So maybe we do that and don't even take a poll as to what we do. We just catch you at 5 o'clock for a rewatch of Canelo Triple G 2. Mike.
Sounds good to me. Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And yeah, man, I just think that Tony Bellew has a good point, but at the end of the day, it's up to Wilder, and I think Wilder is more of a man of principle and really wants to prove to the people that he is the best heavyweight in the world. And if you got a controversial draw or people think the fight was very, very controversial, then you go back and you handle that the right way. Yeah, man, catch y'all at 5 o'clock or maybe earlier if something comes across the desk. Peace out.
FYI, on a double back intro, since Mike's brought me back in, you could always prove that with all the belts, then go prove that Fury bullshit. Peace.